You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the one who'll decide where to go. The zero tolerance mindset is a mindset focused on having no tolerance and is by definition focused on having no excuses. It is a mindset where you refuse the existence of certain problems and treat it as something that is unacceptable, and therefore you advocate for policy change and immediate action. The quote by Dr. Seuss I mentioned at the beginning is from the book, Oh, the Places You Go, and is one of my favorite quotes growing up. Why? Because there's so many ways you can interpret it. I personally like to interpret it as, you have the power to change things. This quote encapsulates empowerment and the ability to create change within our society. This quote serves as a reminder to us all that we can produce change even in a conservative society. This quote implies that the unwavering faith and hard work within us can create substantial change even in our daily lives. Okay, so let's take a step back toward the zero tolerance mindset. The quote further validates the effectiveness of the zero tolerance mindset in tackling surmountable challenges. As Dr. Seuss said, we have the ability to choose our own direction. So why not use a proactive problem-solving mindset to tackle the most significant problems in our lives? We must refuse to believe that's just the way it is. This isn't blind optimism. It's a call to action. We have the brains, the drive, and the very shoes on our feet to prepare ourselves towards solutions. So why not create that change? Why not? Imagine a world where social inequalities crumble, medical errors becomes relics of the past, and you no longer have to wait in the long lunch lines. This really isn't a utopia. It's just a world where the zero tolerance mindset is used. A world where problems don't just occur, but we dismantle them as well. If you are able to change things in your lives, then create change. If there's any problem in your life that is significant, have no tolerance and treat it as an unacceptable problem and create immediate action. Don't treat it like something that is inevitable. Together, let's transform, oh, the places we'll go, into, oh, the problems we'll solve. Has anyone heard of medical errors? Well, medical errors are a problem I also call the world's biggest nonsensical problem. A problem that, according to Johns Hopkins, is the shared most prevalent cause of death in the US. Just to give you a perspective on this problem, one study in the US stated that in 2013, 210,000 to 440,000 deaths per year were associated with preventable harm in hospitals. And even more recently, in 2016, more than 250,000 people died from errors in hospitals. That means that, as mentioned before, medical errors are the third most prevalent cause of death, just after respiratory diseases. Just imagine that one of the leading causes of death is errors that occur in a place that is supposed to improve people's health. Remember that these stats are not just numbers, but are individuals with caring families and friends. So, why not stop medical errors? That is the question that is asked when the zero tolerance mindset is in action. The zero-tolerance mindset treats nonsensical problems such as medical errors by treating them as unacceptable problems that requires immediate action and policy change. For instance, the Southern Roseville Medical Center in Roseville, California has gone 7 years without any bloodstream infections. In contrast, Nora, a 5-year-old girl in Palo Alto, California, was a patient in a well-known facility where she contracted a bloodstream infection and ended up dying. According to her mother, her situation was not severe enough to cause her death, but her infection she contracted in the hospital caused her to be physically drained to the point of her death. Southern Roseville Medical Center in Roseville, California saw bloodstream infections as something that was not acceptable with modern-day technology. Due to micromanaging a life-threatening infection, SRMC was able to go 7 years without any bloodstream infections. This transformative mindset was helped SRMC not treat medical errors as something that was acceptable and helped save many people's lives. However, this mindset does not have to apply only to a medical setting. Fun fact, I created a new word and it's called plagiarism. I think some people here might have heard it before. Relating back to what I mentioned before, the zero-tolerance mindset can also apply to problems such as plagiarism and can also help protect the works of others by enforcing a zero tolerance on plagiarism. Okay, so let's see how this can apply to our school and our community. Unfortunately, in cases of school and workplace, the zero-tolerance mindset can backfire and has been reported has a possibility to backfire and cause an unintended effect. When creating disciplinary policies, a zero-tolerance mindset can cause unintended effects. An example of this can be found in a case study conducted in New Orleans, where zero-tolerance policies were made to stop bad behavior and drug use at schools. According to a report by the American Psychological Association, zero-tolerance policies led to a higher dropout rate at times, and punishments have to be target-specific to be effective. Although zero tolerance does not work at controlling students, it can still work at addressing their root causes. Now, let's take a moment to think about what this mindset can do in our community. What positive changes can we make? Okay, so let's recap. Are these problems unacceptable or are they inevitable? Well, it's actually a trick question. All of these problems, including medical errors, car crashes, plane crashes, and etc., are problems that can be addressed through using a zero tolerance mindset and addressing the root causes. Let us, as a community, unite and build a positive mindset for all. We must embrace the zero-tolerance mindset in creating towards errors in our society and community and address them to create a positive environment for us all. I urge everyone in the audience to never compromise for 60% and become humans that value every percent and aspects of our lives. Let us together promote a mindset where we acknowledge our mistakes, address the root causes, and come up with solutions for those problems. Together, we can create a society where everyone can succeed. As Dr. Seuss once said, you're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the ones who'll decide where to go. Thank you.